catching this Coddle. That is job number one for the Dragon Knight. So see if you can bait a response to it by popping your Elder Dragon form, pushing into a tower. He's going to need to be the one addressing that, and then use... Is this the game where you can actually, once you've got the Blink Dagger on the Dragon Knight, get away with actually going the Harpy Scout? I know it's not like permanent uptime, but all you need to do is find that Coddle. I guess you've got the Beastmaster already.
You got the Beast, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking, like, I cannot stress this enough, how important it is that this Coddle does not get found and does not get, like, a Blink Stun onto him.
I mean, even though you have a Beastmaster, like, do you have okay ways to put crap in front of the Coddle with the Naga illusions? You've got... Okay, it's okay. It's
do you
not
want
great.
to, is the better question. Because I feel like they're just going to rip it apart, whatever you put in front, outside of the illusions. And Naga needs to farm. Naga does not want to be standing there defending your towers.
Yeah, maybe whatever you put in front won't have too good of a time.
They will not.
Bit of a alright bocce. And a double stun, but there's really no follow-up from that at all, so... Oh, they might get some decent damage onto it. Molasses is not going to be able to continue to chase it down, so probably Bear's going to get sent all the way back to base, regardless. So
just TP'd, though, I'm pretty sure. It doesn't have a TP. Although return, yeah, true. Thanks, Observer.
Right, don't worry about it. He does it sometimes.
Don't worry about this idiot. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, he can say some stupid things. We kind of just look to avoid it, just go on to the next topic. Sometimes he says some okay stuff.
He just resummoned the bear. So who's wrong now, huh? Who's wrong now?
Well, I feel like no one's right. Like, I feel like that's just not good, right?
No, I don't think it's good either.
But anyway, he's the best specialist, not me. But we have, all right, we see how they've got the lane set up. It's going to be the Enchantress playing with the Beastmaster and then the Marcy playing with the Lone Druid. Do we like kind of how the setup's going at the moment with the supports from Lonely?
Yes. Just because you needed something to be able to go up in front of this this Lone Druid in the early game. I feel like that combined with a sidekick is going to be really effective. It just gives you so much sustain for the lane, right? Because you're already going to go for the Spirit Link, so you've got that shared lifesteal, so both of them are going to be totally fine. As well as on the top side, you've got this enchant that you can look to use against the Naga illusions, as well as some pure damage against a very high armor hero. So makes a lot of sense to me.
Okay. And so far as well, we see Bigcan, he has the Radiance queued up on the Lone Druid. So I know previously we've seen a lot of the builds from the Druids, kind of like the Mask of Madness into the Deso. I have not seen a lot of Lone Druids since this recent patch with the Radiance getting buffed up. Have you seen any Druid at all?
I've seen zero Lone Druid since the patch, so I'm keen to see how they're going to make it work.
Well, it seems like a lot of heroes are still going this Radiance, and ones that never went Radiance are, like with the Night Stalker Carrion, heroes that, even anti-mage is sometimes seeing the Radiance, but then heroes that we've seen in the past really like this item, of course, going back into it. So we'll see how it's going to suit Bigcan, but definitely feels like he's going to have a pretty good lane. At the moment, though, the Naga's in a lot of trouble.
Wenhao is
around
just
the impetus, and the axes might get the kill, but not enough. And now Wenhao limps back. Illusions trying to follow TZ, looking for one more right click, but yeah, not going to be able to find it.
Still, though, forces them to use a lot of this regen very early on. They're almost completely out, except for one Tango on TZ. Naga has a salve coming out for herself, so not quite so bad there. But I mean, it's just another way to be able to deal with the illusions as well, right? It's a nice little bonus to have.
I think we'll quickly just highlight mid. We won't get to a whole lot of action here, but with Real on the Dragon Knight versus Echoes on the Coddle, this is pretty much just a farm fest between the two, right?
Yes. Sorry. He's resummoning this bear a lot. He's already done it twice now in this lane at the 3-minute mark. So, sorry, what were you asking about the mid lane? It's a farm fest. Yes. They're not going to be any kills happening here.
Yeah, just wanted to quickly highlight that as Molasses bottom lane. So getting a decent amount of damage onto Bocce, but looks he can refreshen up, and he might actually jump in without them scouting out the Marcy's health pool. It might actually catch him off guard, but he's going to look to reveal himself now.
Could still look to do it. Maybe wanting to wait for that sidekick for a little bit of the bonus damage. Again, it's going to give it a lot of value in this lane, so kind of surprised that he hasn't done it yet. Have they built up any stacks for the Coddle just yet? Doesn't seem like it. They've both been needed in the lane quite well. Of course, the Enchantress kind of forces that out. Sticking in the lane as opposed to playing around the map a bit more.
Yep. We might even see Wenhao continue to make a lot of these early rotations like we saw in the previous game, even though it's a bit of a different hero. Wouldn't honestly hate for them just to invade the jungle and if he sees a stack, take it away, or maybe still take away some of that aggressive farm to limit the Coddle. In some trouble though is Wenhao, still looking to find that first blood is either side, and looks like once again it's just going to slip out of their grasp.
Easy for Enchantress. Nothing to worry about, nothing at all. And he's going to realize that, hey, this Disruptor doesn't actually have any mana, so he can even afford to play a lot more aggressively. I'm interested to see where his point goes at level 3 as well, whether it's going to be into more survivability, not the enchant. So just slowing down that Naga Siren a little bit, enabling them to chase her somewhat. Not able to get this pull off because of the build up, and okay. Nearly denied himself.
Very, very close. Marbly was still able to find the kill without the arrow landing.
Now,
Big Ken, he's in a lot of trouble. Look at the slows ramping up from the Frost attack. Should be able to chase down the Druid under the tower. Marbly rewarded with the double kill, and simultaneously top lane we see the Enchantress finally Wenhao is going to go down. So, you know, Meteor, this is a very good start for them.
It is, but you know, we saw what happened last game. But also,
What the hell?
well, it's true.
That is true.
How many times do you see 2 lanes are axed out at 28 minutes and then, you know, that happens?
Yeah, not often. They just lose every single fight afterwards.
They'll be able to deal with the Disruptor Courier at least, which had a Sentry Ward on it. I think it still got delivered though to TZ, so not the worst, but it's really important for them that they just try and prevent this Coddle from getting all of this farm. He's going to look to finish up a couple of these camps here. The Illusion Rib picked up as well. This is going to give a ton of value into the tower push.
Yeah, that's a really, really big rune. I hope he doesn't feed it away to the Coddle Blast. Oh no. Okay.
Just one is okay, but I don't want to do it to the second. Looks like that might be the case.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
This is a really big tower though. It's definitely not going to go down with this first use. But if they can start to...
Echo doesn't actually know that he took away those, Wenhao stole those 2 big creeps that he had left there, and they've actually found the Coddle. He's level 6, so pops the Spirit form and able to get away.
Oh, bottom lane though, Big Can's able to find a route onto Molasses, so Bocce can jump on over the top. He'll kill the bear before he dies. I think that was actually Marblu that was rewarded with the gold. So look at them around his net worth. Equal to the Beastmaster. All right, Marblu's loving life. I'm the core now, baby.
He's doing a great job. I mean, it wasn't him that got the first blood, was it? I think it was actually.
Yes, yeah, he got the solo kill here.
He got the solo kill first blood, he gets the bear, he gets all of that experience. The Doob is 1 creep away from hitting onto level 6, so you could probably look to go for another kill. And yeah, with Big Can summoning his bear at every opportunity, he doesn't have it for another 20 seconds. So he's going to need to play a whole lot more passively. There we go, there's the Doom. There's another kill. They went for the deny even on Big Can. This is not how they were expecting the early game to go for sure. How much damage are they able to get into that mid tower? Not much, honestly. Wonder if it is just the blink next item here, for real. I wouldn't hate it.
Yeah, I wouldn't hate it either. I mean, they do kind of have some difficulty with being able to find that instant jump. Regardless, so we've seen Real, he's had an incredible start here with the Dragon on top of the net worth, and the fact that he's more farmed than Echoes, probably... I think
somewhat due to Wenhao.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I think probably you have to give some props to the Enchantress with how he's been able to slow down the Keeper of the Light, because this is a hero that we can see get out of control at such a rapid rate with your farming patterns. But now he's got the boots of travel. Like, what do we want to see out of Echoes? He has his first item where he can get involved in the side lanes, but...
He's got the urn coming out to himself as well. That's exactly what he wants. He wants to be able to make a play. Does he have a smoke on that as well? No, not quite. So really just wanting to place down that Sentry Ward just to scout out if there was any deep vision for him. But yeah, I want to see him push out this mid wave and then go make a play, probably alongside of the... God, who do you even connect with? I guess Marblu, just because of how farmed he is. 1 point in the... I kind of want to see 1 point in the Solar Bind as well. Just for that slow, the magic damage amp is going to be really nice when you pair it together with this Mirana too. Yep. And just prevents them from running away. That's what they're lacking in a big way. Just ways to lock them down.
I mean, even the Doom, right? This maxed out Scorched Earth, and you were just mentioning before, like, this is a hero that does a crap load of damage, and it definitely could be a TP coming up shortly down bottom. Arrow's actually going to connect on the Lone Druid instead of the Bear, but regardless, it'll help secure the kill.
I feel like they got enough slows.
And now Bocce as well, he's going to be chased down. Echoes will finally rotate him with a blast. Help secure it. This is not how you're hoping this game to start if you're Lonely Rock and Roll. Like, this is a lineup that needs the snowballers. But the Beastmaster is going to be in some trouble as well. Marblu looking at TP in top to get involved. Maybe the Roar can help him escape. In fact, gets the kill as well before he evades the attempt. Is now Real looking to try and enter, but won't really be able to turn it around.
And Big Ken's just like, you know what? I'm not going back to that bottom lane. I'm coming mid. Sorry, DK, but you got to try and make some plays without me. He's holding on to a lot of gold right now, so you would assume it's that Blink Dagger that's coming up next for him. Probably Blink Dagger into a couple of kills into the Shard, I would say. If things go really well for you, you might be able to get an Ogre Axe before then. But with that Elder Dragon form just running out, they'll get a free kill here onto Bocce. You can't really afford to give anyone up here on Lonely Rock and Roll's lineup, right? Like, it feels
Bottom
like
lane,
you need
Molasses?
to just chain everything into each other. I don't know if they have the damage, man.
Yeah, let's see. It's only 1 point in Impetus, so the Enchantress not really dishing out a whole lot with a long cooldown. Molasses going to turn and try and use the Doom more defensively, but regardless, oh, can he get through the tree line? Molasses
He's got a
goes
Tumbler's
back
Coin.
down to the south. Can he get over the trees? No TP available. DK
He'll
did
just chill.
ping his location. They've scanned as well, so they know at least he's nearby. Arrow's going to fly for the Mirana, and it connects. Dude, Marblu, they get the kill in the end. Real was the one that gets rewarded with that, so nice little injection of gold to the Dragonite, but Marblu's having a hell of a game with the Mirana.
Wonder if he's even going to consider going for a solo kill on the DK. I wouldn't be surprised. He's got maxed out Starstorm. He lands a full-length arrow. Wouldn't hate him for it. He's just going to launch it out, take the flag bearer creep.
Oh, we went Midas on Big Ken.
Oof.
Yeah. Yeah, That's, not what you're hoping for at all. They really need to open up this top tower as well. But you'd also don't want to lose Real down bottom, and that might just be the case. Uh-oh. Can they even get top now? When Ekros is about to complete the Spirit Vessel, he's still going to look to shot without it done just yet. They've got the Sentry though, so they are aware of the Dice Hero starting to move on over. They'll run into the Beastmaster in the tree line and even going to drop the Static Storm as well just to help secure the kill, continuing to delay the push along with the Beastmaster's early timing out of the Helm of the Overlord.
Yeah, and now you got a Spirit Vessel as well on Echoes. So these tanky heroes, they're not tanky for much longer. DK is still a mile away from being able to pick up... Well, he actually went a Midas as well on Real. So that probably doesn't feel too great. You're banking on the late game now, but... I mean, Cottle stays pretty scary for a long time until those BKBs are a factor.
Yeah. So my real question now is that... How does Druid scale late game? Because we've spoken about the Dragonite scaling, but is he really going to be as much of a factor when you can potentially have the break on the Doom? I guess it's 25, but that is the late game, so...
I mean, it's not the Lone Druid on its own. It's a Lone Druid buffed up by Inner Beast and Sidekick that you're worried about, right? It's not him on his own. So, he's probably going to go down here. He's basically relegated to being like a roaming Observer Ward at this state. He's tried to enchant some of these bigger creeps to get some damage into the tier 1 towers. He almost got it top, and he spent a tiny bit of time in that mid lane doing it as well. But with that Boots of Travel, Echo is just able to rotate around the map. He's got the Fairy's Trinket as well. So it just allows him to have so much more sustainability, so much more damage that he's able to dish out in this early game. I mean, the decision to not go even just a single point into Savage Roar is also a little perplexing for mine, considering how much he was getting run down on Big Can, right? Like, that completely stops Doom in his tracks. He runs away already very fast with a Scorched Earth popped, 20% faster, and then you can get away off the back of that. It gets finally a point in now at level 10, but feels like probably would have been able to avoid at least one of those deaths in the lane and maybe been on a bit of a better path.
Oh, finally this tower is going to go down up top. Once again, Dire looking to get involved off the back of the Moonlight Shadow. Beastmaster's going to be able to turn it around with the Roar, but in fact it's the song that sets up for the Static Storm. Two heroes caught inside of the AoE Silence. Still Radiant.
They have no detection.
Bocce wants to jump into the middle, but I don't know if they can really fight this.
Forward,
Maybe with Big Can showing up to the fight, they'll get the toss back under the tower, and Echoes finally will go down to a big kill for them. And they're already looking for more as well.
Oh, lucky.
Trying to TP out.
Root.
Oh, they got the Savage Roar though. Okay. That's good enough, but Jesus Marbler again, level 9 on the Marauders to the burst. It's enough to get the Marcy kill, but really the grand prize is the Naga Siren. And it's going to end up going down. Real, he's already looking over to Marbler as well, but won't be able to catch up to him. But that was a much needed fight going the way of the boys on Lonely.
We both know that it's not just it's that he was able to get that quick. That honestly is just Echo going way too far forward. He was next to the tier 1 tower with no boys backing him up. It was, I believe, at the very start of nighttime as well, so he didn't have the greatest amount of vision. Ooh, Arrow's just going to be off the mark for Big Can. Should be able to get away from this.
Should he?
Nope.
The boys are on. Bocce's going to try and make the attempt, but yeah, this Marcy's not really going to be able to do a whole lot here. Big Cam, he'll go down, glimpse back, Bocce. Oh, dude, how's Marbler getting the kills? How's his man keep getting double kills?
You know what? When you've got 14 out of the 16 kills, you're allowed to, you know, take a few liberties. Man's playing out of his mind.
That he is. Look at his net worth. 600 behind the Beastmaster. It's quite the performance we're seeing out of Marbler so far.
They've got some really nice defensive tools to be able to create this wall as well. So even if the Coddle gets caught out, you're going to have the Crimson Guard on the Doom. You've got the Guardian Greaves almost finished up by Marbler, already having the mech, of course. So things looking real nice for him. And then he's, of course, himself going into the 4-star. So just more defensive tools. Kite this team around, try and get them to overextend, and then, you know, connect in onto that one unit that goes a little bit too deep. I really want to see him go the Blinding Light Miss as well, the level 10 talent. I think it's going to give him a ton of value. Really has to be a little careful here as well.
Yeah, they've got this burst potential off the back of the Spirit Vessel.
Ooh, arrow didn't land.
Maybe that was the one thing that they're required to get the kill onto Real. Still, Butcher's going to look to jump in, but Real's not getting a lot of life back off the sidekick. Still, Echoes is in some trouble. They'll get the trade. Blue should be able to TP out with the Dispose still being on cooldown. We're just seeing how much value that vessel is able to provide, though. Yes, he goes down, but that sidekick pretty much rendered useless. I guess it is only level 2, though.
Normally, I would be like, what are you doing? He's dying, blah, 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 blah. But you're not losing anything else, you know? Like, they'd already taken the tower top. They'd already taken the tower mid. So it's not like, you know, that's happening. I guess the big thing is you've lost your playmaker for the 30 seconds after his death, but you've still got an Naga Siren that's farming, and I think that's what you're more concerned about, that is allowed to happen. So he's very close to being able to pick up the Orchid, and then I think it's full-on go time after that.
See Radiant though, they've got a pretty good ward around the mid lane, so we're just scouting out some of the Meteor heroes, and instantly they're going to look to try and get rid of that vision advantage. It's a Hawk that soon just substitutes its position though, so we'll see. It's not going to be easy though for Dire to be able to get this tower, because Radiant, they are sitting to get towards their items. I mean, Radiance is almost completed here out of Big Can.
I wonder what Echo's going to go after this 4-star as well. I would kind of like a Kai Assange, personally.
Mid lane. The jump. Oh, what a static storm from TZ though. On to 3 with the blast as well. Oh my lord, it didn't matter that Radiant got the initiation with TZ being nearby. He stops it short.
God damn. That was juicy. Stuff of dreams.
Even need this. Yeah, no song to set up. Who needs
it was like
that?
a universe chrono of static storms. You get that reference? Was that what you were playing to watch in Dota?
I mean, how long ago were we speaking? I did see some off. Yeah. Thank you. I didn't see it a lot though. I don't know how early you're mentioning. I don't know if it's a time that I'm thinking of. If it was okay, yeah. Then yeah. Big can, it's a big kill, but he does have Radiance completed, so this power spike on the bear has gone up drastically. Dire need to respect this. And Molasses, well, he didn't do just that. They're going to try and chase down the Doom as well with the Crimson Guard. And it'll mitigate some of the damage, but once they get rid of the barrier, they should be able to get him afterwards. And can they consider Roche?
I think that's exactly what they're considering. While they're right in front of it, why not? Let's give us the chance to be able to move in, and sidekicks up in a couple of seconds. I'm a little surprised that Bocce didn't use the remainder of that Unleash to start the damage in here.
It's not going to be the fastest Roche.
I think it's fine. Like, they're 2 heroes down.
I don't know. See, they're trying to contest. They can song set up for the Static Storm, and if Echoes can get the blast going, Naga's going to look to run into the middle once again, but the Static Storm in a choke point. They both try and run up the stairs with the Beastmaster. That's a big kill for them to find, but the blast set's not enough for the moment. It's going to be able to reposition out to the left. TZ getting burnt to the Radiance. Has to go back into the river. It's a clap from the Ancient Thunderhide that gets him in the end. When how though will still go down. They'll find the trade now, but the Bear's in trouble as well. They have some way to keep it alive, and it looks like Bocce will act as a deterrent, trying to jump into the middle. But importantly, Dire have stopped Lonely from being able to find that Roche off the back of those previous kills they got.
Does feel like it would have been much worse, of course, if those two were alive, right? It wasn't any significant deaths they were able to get. They weren't able to clean up that kill onto the Beastmaster. And Big Ken, he just makes his move back towards the Ancient Camp area. I'm all right. You just keep watching. I'm watching something myself.
And Molasses, look at the Doom. He's going to be in a lot of trouble. Crimson actually activated. He's going to have enough sustain coming through from Marblew as well. That's not the case. They all surround him. And maybe once again they can look to make another attempt inside Roche. It's about 1,500 health has already been claimed.
Okay, so for a moment I thought Big Can had completely forgotten that he had a Midas on his bear, because he has not used it for like the past minute and a half basically, but he used it there. He hasn't forgotten.
Whoa.
How did that happen?
I don't
Orchid,
know.
I'm guessing? Yeah, no, Orchid with the ensnare.
Arrow as well. Got the connection, so.
Marblew again? This guy's too good, man.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Screw Marblew then.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Definitely a weird time to sing some praises and snare into arrows. It's not hard.
You do it then.
No. It was the too good was there was a lot of emphasis on it. I mean, some of it is just.
The lack of respect for my man.
No. It's just funny time to say then. Ken. Oh, you can't
wonder if he even gets away on this.
He's close to the tower. He's not going to get away. Oh, he got the ultimate off at least.
Yeah.
Let's see with Echoes deep. They're even going to chuck the Doom out. Oh, it's a lot of hate onto Big Ken. They should be able to bring him down. Maybe if the bear can continue life stealing. He hasn't died just yet, but the teams are starting to rotate as well, but it's going to be too late. And up with the Darkest Siren is into the middle as well. We saw how much damage he was able to do prior. Well, the rebound will hold him down for the moment. They're going to try and catch up to Real, but instead Bocce, well, that's the person.
Not with a Crimson Gun on Bocce, it's not going to happen.
Maybe even both. Real as well is in some trouble again. Solar Bind, Spirit Vessel, DK, hoping that he can get towards the BKB, but it's just taking a little bit too long. And Echoes, he's not going to die as well. And in the end, Meteor able to find the team wipe.
Wenhao just runs in front of where the Conoblast is going to be like, take me too. I don't want to be alone. Send me to the rest of my team. And, well, they might actually be the ones to take this Roshan. Again, not the fastest lineup, but at least you've got some minus armor from the Naga Siren Riptide to be able to help this one out. Actually on the Will-O-Wisp on Echo. Don't hate it. going up against a lot of this, the Helm of the Overlord. Although Doom is now level 15, who did not go devour target's ancients, by the way. So he's gotten away with murder there, basically. With could that be what brings things back to Lonely Rock and Roll? Just actually being able to play with this Beastmaster.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Sorry to burst the bubble.
Haters, man. Oh,
My bad,
close.
my bad.
Bocce? No.
How close are BKB? There we go. Getting delivered. Big Ken is going to be quite some time away before the Assault Cuirass, and the fact that you're already this far behind. What do we?
I feel like Real was close to picking up that BKB like 4 minutes ago. Like close.
Yeah, he was.
It's just,
he
has
was.
he been chained iron this past 4 minutes?
Yeah. They killed him versus that Naga Mirana and that previous team fight as well. They're going to get more kills as well. They might get the Disruptor as well off to the right side. Real, when how? Secure with the kill. They're going to be cautious though, because Dire's still in fighting shape. BKB is not going to have a time to be activated because Marble is able to find the arrow. He'll actually pop it at the last second, but Real,
don't body block him.
Is he going to be able to stay alive long enough? The Raw provides the bonus movement speed, so they're going to be able to get out at the moment, but unfortunately for the Beastmaster, well, he will not escape along with the Dragon Knight. Well, Echoes is not even done just yet. Ooh! Half the health for Wenhao just evaporating with one single blast in a Bocce as well. But they're trying to do whatever they can. It's a beautiful jump in from Bocce onto 2. They've got enough to clean up the Mirana. They're going to turn to Molasses next as well. But they're just so survivable. Nagasarian barely getting tickled. Another Savage Roar to send them packing. Maybe now the Naga is going to be cautious, but the Ignis back up to buy them some time. Naga trying to chase them down. Snare holding on to it into place. Big he's in some trouble for the moment, but I mean the Enchantress Wenhao freely getting the impetus off inside the team fights, but will not be rewarded with any kills.
I saw twice he was actually the target of the sidekick as well, just to increase the damage that he's dishing out. So it's kind of reversed from what I was expecting to see in this early game. I thought that Meteor were going to be on the back foot the entire time. You were needing to play this Coddle as like this preventer of, absolute chaos. And it kind of feels like DK's fallen into that role a little bit himself. Like he's gone this BKB, he's playing a lot more defensively, and at the level 10, he went the Breathe Fire damage reduction talent as well. So he's really just stopping Meteor from running at them because of how good of an early game they've been having.
And that scaling potential that we mentioned is not as prevalent with how far behind Real is. I mean, he's going to be going for the Black Dragon, but how far? Oh, if they can get the kill on the Molasses, maybe that's some nice little injection of gold. We got kills across the map as well, though, so it looks like both offlaners going to potentially take a spill. Molasses, cute use of the Hurricane. Now Echoes is in once again with the Will-O-Wisp, and
can't let himself get
Molasses
caught,
is out.
Got to be always mindful of Bocce's positioning, but he actually gets arrowed himself. So they're going to be able to back off.
The T2's going down as well as a result of this.
Okay. Let's go next. Octarine on Echo. Don't hate it. Just constantly keeping those waves pushed in as well. Wanting to be as far away as possible. I mean, you can tell that he's not the biggest Coddle player, Echo. There's been a couple of times where I think he's put himself a little bit too far forward and not respecting just how squishy he is. But I feel like he's cleaned that up since the first, probably since the first death. The second one was just off the back of some good play from Lonely Rock and Roll.
They force out the BKB on the Beastmaster. So have that one on cooldown for this next team fight. Naga's still trying to crack the high ground.
She's got ages, I guess.
How survivable she truly is. For another 40 seconds, Butterfly is going to really limit a lot of the damage here from Lonely. Uh-oh. Nice reset.
All those forced
Or is it, though? Bim's back. The kill into Wenhao. I believe that is a dieback as well for the Enchantress.
Sure is. Who is going a full Chad build.
Can they? Well, once again,
They got Aegis. I'm not sure if that's the best decision. But
15 seconds. Bocce. I get the jump off to the side. Real with the Dragon Tail, preventing the Doom from getting the
Under
ult,
the
but they're going to
tier 4.
force him further under the tier 4 tower as well. It's a pretty big kill for them to find. Meteor, can they turn this back around? Disruptor wasn't in a position to land that combo. They're just going to use the Song. Look to reset out. Even Ignis as well, just preventing any chase down. So,
yeah,
you
why
get the
not?
tier 3 tower. Yeah,
They're not planning on
you're
fighting in this next little bit, Marblue. Just sniping some creeps that the Naga's farming. He's going into a Wraith Pack for himself. Pretty good item as long as you can keep it the hell away from Marcy. Just because, again, all of their damage is physical right now. Well, almost all. That's where the Enchantress comes in. But yeah, Doom going into the Crimson Guard. Has there been anyone progressing towards like an AC or anything along those lines? I don't think so. But I wouldn't hate seeing the Keeper of the Light go towards Shivas or something like that, just to prevent some of the lifesteal coming from the Lone Druid as well as the Marcy.
And Disruptor's got Scepter.
Oh, he's got it. I saw that he had it queued up as his like first item, but didn't expect him to have it already.
Yeah, no, I didn't
Philosopher's
either.
Stone helps.
But it does, and 19 kill involvement out of the 32. So we've already seen some incredible static storms, and well, our TC's got a Scepter to play with, so...
Illusion Rune bottom, not the highest value, so they're going to make a play up towards this top side of the map. If they can, Wire's going to be able to get away.
Forced to be BKB TP out, though, so I don't actually know if they got a glimpse of that, if they were in range, but...
Decent little wave cutting going on, though. It's going to sacrifice the Ancient Black Dragon, one would assume, unless Beastmaster's not in a position to dominate another creep at this time. So what are they waiting for? I mean, they're clearly putting a lot of emphasis onto taking out this Naga side, but to me, that's not their biggest issue. It's still Coddle, and it's still always going to be Coddle. So I think they just need to itemize everything that's going to be able to focus him in terms of not just finding him, but also locking him down. So I think something like the Lone Druid going towards Basher, I wouldn't hate, just because you're probably going to be able to find him and be able to deal that extra damage that you need.
Like, you're in out for a smoke here from Lonely. They've got a pretty decent ward to play with at the moment. I think I got a glimpse of the real Naga, and we're going to see him continue to farm his way over towards the left side of the map pretty shortly. So can they connect on this? So this Naga is not an easy kill. 3,300 health that they've got to go through. And he's been able to read this smoke. He's going to get back to the safety of that tier 2 tower.
With 35% evasion and 25% magic resistance from his items. Yeah. Man ain't dying easily.
This is... Oh.
What up?
Oh, okay, never mind. I thought Real was going Orchid instead of Scepter, but he's got the Scepter now completed. And let's see. I don't think that really changes the status quo of the moment. I think he needs another item.
I wouldn't hate a man-to-man. It's good. Gives you more vision. Gives you more ways to find that might force it earlier than ideal BKB pop, you know?
Yep. Yeah, I wouldn't hit the Manta either. Of course, it is something we see often from the Dragon Knight. You could argue about it to help with the split pushing as well, but who are you? I mean, you spoke before about Lonely need to put a lot of emphasis in their itemization, their playstyle to address echoes. Do you feel like maybe this is where the Orchid could potentially help out?
To be able to, find Echo. I mean, it does,
Yeah.
but I feel like he's going to completely change his mind as soon as he sees the Coddle going towards BKB. And I'm a little surprised that he hasn't got it so far. Like, just being caught with a fear, being caught with a stun, being caught with a root. Sure, you can still get Savage Roared, but until Marcy gets into a Basher, that's really the only thing that you have to worry about.
Well, again, though, it's going to be a smoke that's off the mark from Lonely, and they're going to look to try and make their own plays across the map, but items continuing to be picked up, and it will be a little bit too early for Roche, but they've got their lanes in such a great position where they can wait this one out. It's going to be difficult for Radiant to contest this.
Spend your time farming relatively close by. Doom's almost level 20 as well, so I don't know what he goes for.
The bear might be in trouble. Argo's gonna just, oh my lord, that Bloodthorn and all the illusions just kills the bear.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Could it even be BKB for the bear that you're looking to go for?
Top tower is under attack.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
You can't afford to have it glimpsed back, or arrowed, or will-o-wisped, or ensnared. You know, there's plenty of stuff to lock down that bear.
There is. And then it's like, yeah, but you need the MKB. So it's like, all right, we need 2 items now. But you're not going to get those 2 items.
No.
It's a bit of a difficult thing when you... really, all it is, they've gone for this tempo lineup, and they missed their timing. It's simple as that. And now you are just... You're playing from so far behind. Yes, there is maybe some scaling potential on the Dragonite, but Heat 2 has had a really, really rough game as well. So it is going to be a difficult one for them to find any avenue back into it, as Dire be able to find Roshan. We got the Aegis onto the Nagasara. Not like she's going to die anytime soon. And
She's the pusher still, though, so you got to give it to her. She's the one putting herself in the most vulnerable position, and they gave the shard over to the Doom. Probably the only good shard user on this team. I guess Coddle's decent as well, but they're not really playing very split push style at the moment on Lonely Rock and Roll, so you probably don't need to. And then, just in case they were going into... Oh, who have they found?
not the bear again.
Ooh. Any vision for a glimpse? Doesn't seem like it.
Yeah. I'm not sure if we saw Pry, but... Well, he's got the MKB not complete. Would hate to feed away the bear, but once again, the Savage Roar. Not gonna have a way to address the kinetic field, though. Oh, Force Staff, get into safety! No, trying to lifesteal, it's not enough, but on the back line, they want to try and bring down the Disruptor before the Static Storm. A double 4-staff TZ, he's still okay for the moment. Marcy trying to lock onto his target, but by herself, that's where Real can come into play. So Disruptor's going to be killed off, an instant use to the buyback. She's looking to rejoin this team fight once it breaks out again.
They already killed 2 of them. Sure, it cost the Doom, but well, you're in onto the DK. Able to get the BKB off, though.
Yep, he's going to be able to stand strong for the moment. Still going to be cautious, though. But there was a resummon used prior, but the bear going down, the damage just not going to be there, and you...
He needs the BKB on that bear, man.
Yeah.
Well, doing 1 million damage doesn't mean anything if you can't hit anything.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
Probably Megas?
Radiant's
Yeah. No Elder Dragon form, no Roar, no Bear, no Unleash. Like, they'll have some of that up in 15 seconds, but this is at least a second tier 3. At least 2 lanes of racks.
Ignis again.
And they're just
So
blinding
difficult for them to address it. They still haven't dealt with it. Sucked back in
70%
once
blind,
again to
man.
the white hole. Oh my lord. And now Enchantress is going to take another spill. This is definitely call it territory, and they'll do just that. Meteor. What a solid recovery from them. Really an incredible game too, and we are...
It's a good Coddle pick.